guys, welcome back to my kitchen. This week I'm making fried plantain chips, or tostones, how we call it in Venezuela. And this is a traditional dish from the coast area. We used to eat them every time we went to the beach. And they're super easy to make in less than 30 minutes. They're crispy, they're vegan, they're gluten and wheat free. And also they're great as a side dish or as a platter to share. And now that spring and summer is coming, I find it really nice to make a platter of a full tostones with several toppings and just serve them, and everyone can just grab one and help themselves. So let's go. So the first thing that we need to do is peel the plantain, and we're going to use the same technique as I've showed you guys in my street fried plantain video. The only difference is that because it's a green plantain, the skin doesn't peel off as easily as when it's ripe. So you just have to be careful when peeling it, just little by little, piece by piece, peel it, but just to make you aware that it's not going to come off or peel off as easy as when with a ripe plantain. But you'll get there. It's fairly easy anyway. So once all the plantain is peeled, as you can see here, we're gonna cut it in rounds of about 1/2 centimeter thick. You don't really want to do it too thick or too thin, because otherwise you can't really squash it very well. So once that, we're gonna fry the pieces on hot oil, and we're gonna do this for about 2 minutes, maximum 3 minutes, because what we want is for the plantain to soften. We don't want it to cook as such. We just want it to soften so we can squash it. So once we've done that, then in the same board that we had the plantains, just sprinkle a little bit of salt, just normal salt, sea salt, whatever salt you have. And also I'm adding garlic powder. This is something that my mom used to do every time. This is optional, you don't have to do it, but I think I was a bit homesick when I was doing this, so I just wanted to do it like my mom used to. And then using anything that you have that has a flat bottom, then you're gonna use it to squash each piece like I'm showing here. I'm using a glass because that's what I had, but you can use anything, glass, a cup, a mug, or something else. And then you're gonna squash all of them. Just have to be gentle but firm, if you know what I'm saying, because you don't want it to squash it completely, but you want it to be fairly squashed. So once you've done that, then we're going to refry them, and this is a stage where the chips are going to be crispy. So basically in this stage we are cooking it. So we're going to leave them there for about 6 to 7 minutes, depending on how hot your oil is. And you can if you take one, you can see if they're crispy or you want them crispier. You can just gauge it, but I left mine for about 6 or 7 minutes. Once all the chips are fried, sprinkle a little bit of more salt over them, and just removing the excess like I'm doing here, because I did put a little bit too much of salt, but you can just remove the excess, and that's it. And they're ready to eat like this. But I wanted to have them like we have them when we go to the beach in Venezuela, and normally you get them with coleslaw, ketchup and mayonnaise. I didn't put mayonnaise because I don't really like mayonnaise. I love mustard though, so that's why I put mustard, and then some cheese. And this is kind of how you always find it every time you go to the beach. So I just wanted to kind of have a little bit of how we have it at home. Like I said, I think I was a little bit homesick when I was doing this. So I'm just going to do 4 with these toppings, and then I'm going to leave the other ones plain, which are also delicious to eat as well, and so crispy. So here I've got the tostones already made, and let's go and try one. But I know it's just delicious. Can you hear how crispy they are? So good. And sorry. They're so good. And the great thing is that they're ready in 30 minutes. So you can make them for a party, you can make them to take out, and you know, with 2 or 3 plantains you can feed 10 people easily. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed making this recipe as much as I did doing it, and as much as I will enjoy eating them. Yes. And remember, you can head on to my blog and print the recipe and read all the tips and tricks on how I do this recipe. Now that you're here, subscribe to my channel, so every week there's a new recipe, so don't miss that. And you can follow me on all my social media channels, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of them. Tag me with your pictures of your creations. I really love to see what you guys are making, and I'll see you next week. Bye.